We are joined by our power players, Mark Matson, Mark Tadji, and Brooke Goldstein, who is the author of Lawfare, The War Against Free Speech, which, as a result of being on this show, is going to shoot up to #1 on the Amazon bestseller. 48-year-old multimillionaire has adopted his 42-year-old girlfriend, seen here, and it is all to protect his money. Goodman is being sued for passing a stop sign, killing a young man while allegedly driving drunk, and the adoption, while creepy, is a way to shield his assets because a judge ruled the money in a child's trust is protected from the lawsuit. It's legal, but it is also a great example of stupid loopholes and how they make our entire financial system a mess. Our power players are back. Brooke, what do you think of this?
Well, look, I think this is actually a loophole that is going to backfire on him, because whereas once his children's trusts were untouchable in a civil suit, now he's created this scenario with all of his dubious maneuvering that the judge has actually ruled that they can now financially discover what's in the trust. And if a probate court rules that this adoption was fraud, whatever income that she can get not only is taxable, but the plaintiffs can also get it in an award.
Mark Tadji, this just proves that we have too many loopholes, because I didn't understand what Brooke said, and she's a very brilliant scholar in legal issues. But the fact for me, what this shows is our country is too complicated. We need a simpler legal system. We need a simpler tax code. We need simpler regulations and just harder enforcement. What does it tell you?
Well, what it tells me is you can't write a law to basically cover every circumstance. I mean,
of course,
the best laws are broadly written. They're not written to cover all the loopholes. And by the same token, David, we have a very complicated society. So I don't know how you're going to simplify anything unless you're going to start having everybody doing all the same thing.
Well, we could start with a flat tax code, right? We could start with a flat tax, Mark Matson,
and get rid of all those loopholes. Get rid of all those loopholes in the tax code, right?
Tadji, you're speaking. I asked that to Mark Matson, and Mark Tadji doesn't know when to stop talking. But Mark Matson, I agree with Tadji on this point. Tadji is right. We should get rid of all the loopholes and just lower the rates.
Look, I looked it up before we went on the air. 70,000 pages of tax code. There are massive unintended consequences to every single tax law that you pass. And so this is a very disturbing and immoral example. And the idea that someone can adopt a 42-year-old, that is his girlfriend, is just strange. We just looked at it. It's #3 on Yahoo search engine right now.
But that's not tax code.
Hold on. Marks, Tadji, and Matson, I want to get Brooke back in here. Brooke, the fact is that our legal system is so screwed up that only the multimillionaires, only the people who can afford the big-time lawyers, they're the ones that get the special breaks and can do things like this.
I would have to disagree. Anybody can create a trust for their children, and trusts are not loopholes. And what happened here...
I bet I couldn't, by the way. I couldn't understand what you were saying before.
You could. But the fact of the matter is whether or not he adopted his girlfriend as his daughter, the trust cannot be awarded in a civil case. It makes absolutely no difference to the plaintiffs in this situation.
All right, but I think that Tadji and Matson and I are in agreement that this country is too complex. We should get away with all these special privileges and make the rules simpler for everyone. Right, guys?
Good luck.
There'd be a lot less animosity if everyone played by the exact same rules, and it would make America more free and effective.
Cynical Mark Tadji says good luck. It ain't going to happen. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Super Bowl weekend.
Thank you, David.
Well, Iranian